pretty chill at home. And half Canadian sport board. Look at some fighting over here. So I've had this with you before.
Well, the first thing I can see is that his neck is very tight and short and stuffed into his shoulders, and that's why he's behaving like this. Because you're not at home, right? So whatever problems they have, they're always amplified when you come off the farm.
Yeah, he's very difficult.
When you try to say no, he just sets against you like that, right? He's taking you. And he's also coming on top of you. Do you feel that?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Or interpressure animals, right? And as a baby, he never learned to not be interpressure. He never learned to move away. Okay. And the humans mess with the neck. And then the neck stuffs into the shoulders, and then the body is twisted, and then the brain checks out. Okay, so when you have behavior problems, it's rooted in a balance problem. Every time. You may have a behavior problem you have to deal with first. I've had plenty of them, right? Because it becomes a habit. Some horse has been doing something for 10 years. You have to interrupt it, but you also have to solve this. See, you stopped him, he set his neck and leaned into you. It doesn't matter which side you're on, right? I just made a post on my YouTube of foal handling and how it relates to grown horses. And I'm seeing what that foal did at 5 months old in this horse, okay? So I would start fixing this horse is on the ground. But for me, if you get on this horse right now with it like this and the neck tight, and you're just going to wing around here and it's going to
Now, I'd love to
happen.
have something that when I take him off property,
You could say something to him.
and we can make some progress,
Right.
because at home, it's not a problem.
Well, it is, it's just not as obvious.
Right.
It's still, that's why I say, when you take a horse away from home, whatever problem you have, amplifies, which is good for me as the trainer, because I can see, I saw the problem when you walked in the barn, when I was still on the other horse, I saw the problem. He didn't learn how to move away young, and that's why he disregards you.
And now he's this size.
And you are good, right. And you know, if you brought me this horse for training, I wouldn't get on this horse until the next stopped doing that. Period. There's no point. Why would I get on and fight it? I'm not going to change it if I fight it, right? So if you want, we'll put a capison on him, and we can try to see if we can get some things across to him. Because part of his problem is that he's falling, he's tight, and no one is telling him what to do. So it's escalating, and he's when they're checking out mentally, they make bad decisions. And they can hurt you because they're freaking out.
Right, now that they're trying to, yeah.
Right. Right, so I need him to pay attention to my body language. If I say, you should be moving back. If I do this, you should be coming with me. He's not even here, right? That's why I have to keep being harsh, right? We don't want to be harsh. So once we get into relax and understand, there we go. I'll give you an exercise to do. And, you know, for me, I would want to fix this before I even swung a leg again. Do you have a show schedule? So, you know, if you want to take this horse to a show where it's relaxed and he's not difficult, and, you know, you're not kind of riding with your hair on fire, right? This will fix it. And then everything he knows is also there. It will just be done in a relaxed fashion instead of a tense one, right? But it takes time, you know, but it takes time and consistency. Yeah, if we're starting to think about, you might look at me soon, because he's yet to look at me. You know, to him, humans are not to be looked at to help him in this scenario, right? Because when you're in here and he's pushing into you and he's spinning around you, you're just a herd mate that's below him. Like that's what he sees. That's why he's freaking out. I'm in charge. Right, really. You have to understand where he's coming from. So, yeah. If you give him rules, he'll go, I'm with you. Really.
I get it.
I've seen it over and over and over. You know, horses inherit want to do what you want. Because then they do the wrong thing, and we aren't trained to explain to them how it's wrong and what to do instead, right? I think you see a lot of that in trainers, is they do things the horses don't understand, and they keep doing it. And the horse still doesn't understand, and they keep doing it. It baffles me. I couldn't be in the industry if that was how I had to train, right? You know, horses understand, you just have to know what to say. And to oversimplify, the horses fall into, as they turn, right? The gallop, this is how they turn. And that works fine to be a horse. It doesn't work if you want to ride them and turn them. Because now they're going like this, your weight's up there, they have no collar on, and then they're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to fall down. Some run away, some don't run. It's all the same, right? And that's why I say, that's why I do that video of the foal. Because I literally see this all the time. And that leading is just, it's a baby. Push it, it wants to win you, you catch it, and you teach it to stop there. He didn't have that. He didn't. But now, because he didn't have that, you can't really address the fact that you need to teach him to move his shoulder over, because the neck is so stuffed into the chest. If I try to move him sideways, he'd fold up, get on top of me, and then I get in a big fight. So I need to teach him to follow my body language. And then I'm going to teach you to teach him. Right? And then that's what you do. Right? That's what you do. And then you need the next thing. Right? You need to know, what do I do next? But he doesn't regard me at all. Right? So I'm going to stop talking to you a little and start talking to him a little more. Nice. So if he moves his feet when I move my feet, the neck relaxes. Okay? Because he's like this in the front, everywhere. That's their answer to everything. They all do it a little different. Some don't fold up the neck, some are low and they crunch it in like an accordion, right? This one folds up. Not bad though. But the neck doesn't match his body, it's way too small. And that's not his neck, it's the way he holds himself. Because unfortunately when they're like this, but they live like this. He doesn't just grab the field and how they feel affects how they act. Without a doubt. But this one, he just needs rules. So you just have to learn how to give him, what to say. And it has to be consistent. Because while he's not acting like an idiot at home, I guarantee you he's not walking out respectfully paying attention to you all the time. Right? Or he wouldn't have disregarded you when you got in here. He would have went, oh, wait.
Yeah, he's always
because they're expression animals. That's normal for the horse, right? You just never explained that that's not appropriate with a human. And that's why I did that full video about the ways to grow horses, right? So they're very easy to understand. The theory is not difficult to get.